Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prize Picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on December 22nd, Flex Friday. We've got 6 games on board with some fun matchups. We've got 4 picks for you tonight. But before we get into that, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen, and they will hook you up with 100% deposit match. They will basically just match, whatever you put on up to $100. So if you do the full 100, you'll get 200 to play with. Just use our code and they'll hook you up. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We run our daily show Monday through Friday. We run our late night show 7 days a week whenever there's games to cover. So yeah, just make sure you're subscribed and you will be notified as soon as we drop our videos. And again, if you are a fan of the show and you appreciate what we're doing, if you don't mind hitting that like button, it's been helping us a lot just to get our show in front of a larger audience. It directly affects the algorithm, and you guys have been killing it on that, so we really appreciate that. So we're going to get into our recap real quick. It was a confusing one because we had some technical difficulties with the daily show, but we managed to get by, and we'll keep it cleaner next time if that ever happens again. We just had a meeting that was starting in like 5 minutes when we were trying to wrap up and upload, and so our apologies on the confusion there. So for the first look video, I had taken Giannis Antetokounmpo for over 17.5 rebounds and assists, and he fell just short of this. He ended up going for 16. We missed on that one, but I had Tyus Jones for over 22.5 PRA, and he crushed this. He went for 30. And then I'll just do my daily real quick as well. I had taken Franz Wagner for over 4.5 rebounds. He ended up going for 6. And then I had to pivot off of Rudy Gobert, and I took Ayton for over 12.5 rebounds, a play I still felt really good about, even though we had to pivot last minute. I'll never give you guys picks that we don't believe in and that we wouldn't play ourselves. He was on my radar before that, so luckily I was able to pivot to him in a hurry in that situation. But he ended up crushing this in the last minutes of the game. He went all the way up to 16, so we cashed there. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, so I had, in the night video, I had Desmond Bane for over 2.5 turnovers. He literally went over this in 10 straight games, and of course, the time I take him, he had 2. So we missed on that one.
We put him on the cover.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. The cover curse is real.
Mm-hmm.
So then I also took Jeremy Grant for over 26.5 PA. He had plenty of opportunities to do this, and he just fell a little short. He had 24. He took a really stupid shot at the end of the game that was kind of costing the game there. And then so I missed on that one. And then I had for the day video, LeBron James. Everyone was acting like I didn't know that he was out. Yes, he went out right after we put the video out. So before that, his props were still up on Prize Picks, meaning they didn't know yet. I knew he was questionable, but then they're just like, he's out, so it was just weird. Well, then
it sounded like he was going to play too.
Yeah.
From what the reporting I was reading earlier in the day, it sounded like he was going to play. So
right. And then it was leaning more towards like Anthony Davis wasn't going to play, and I don't even know if he did or not. But so then I pivoted to Kawhi Leonard because I was looking at his rebounds, and I actually had stuff pulled up for him. So I took him for over 6.5 rebounds, and then he didn't play either. So I had one pick for the day video, and it didn't hit, or it did hit. I took Patrick Williams for over 1.5 threes, and he went for 2. And I was telling you guys how he's shooting 50%, and he's only shooting 4 attempts per game. Tonight, he shot 4 attempts for 50% and hit on 2. So that was perfect. I wish either LeBron or Kawhi would have played because I felt good about both of those, but I guess we'll never know now.
And the Rudy Gobert pick that got taken away ended up cashing. I don't know if it came back later, but I think I was catching that at like 12.5. He ended up going for like 18. Maybe
it came back at 13.5.
Yeah. And so we were just, again, in such a hurry. We didn't know how long it would be before he came back. It was kind of a wild day for us. We were doing a lot of stuff with the daily grind and working on more ways to implement their tools. And it was a really great meeting. We had a great time learning more ways to utilize this tool to help provide value for you guys and for ourselves when we're doing our personal bets. But anyways, guys, I know today was kind of cluttered. We just didn't have time to edit the end screen. And I know some viewers just jump straight to the end screen and they don't catch all the context of us getting our picks changed live. And they think they're like posting comments like it's news to us, like, hey, LeBron's not even playing tonight. It's like, yeah, if you watched the video, you would know that we pivoted and we gave you extra picks. So I think that, unfortunately, some people that get upset and will get in the comments and say stuff like, your picks sold me tonight and stuff. It's like, those are probably the type of people that are just going straight to the end. And like, we're here to provide analysis and you follow the analysis. And if you like it, take it. But if you're not feeling the analysis, then don't take it, or take the under if you feel the other way about it. But if you just jump to the end of the video and you take a play, like, that's on you. That's not us forcing you to take those plays. You got to make your own decision. So, all right, guys. Let's get into these plays, because I'm worried that these are going to move on us as well, because we feel really good about these plays. So to get me started, I'm going to be taking a points and rebounds prop. I'm going to be taking Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for over 10.5 rebounds. I feel really good about this play. He's been hitting this quite a bit. Obviously 4 out of the last 5. We're going to take that for more. Let's jump over to the over-under. We got a 230 over-under with the Nuggets favored by 4 points. So that looks good there. Reasonably high-scoring game, low risk of blowout. We're going to try to do these a little quicker so we don't run into that same problem like we did before. All right, so yeah, we're feeling good about that over-under. And then if we hop over and take a look at what KCP's been averaging over his last 10 games. He's averaging 30 minutes a game, 9.4 points per game, and 2 rebounds per game. So that would put us right in the ballpark of what we're trying to hit here, be just barely over that. If we look on, we're incorporating outlier a little bit. He's actually gone over this in 8 out of his last 10 games. And when we look at the matchup here, we've got Brooklyn 19th in points allowed and 21st in rebounds allowed. So we're loving that. And specifically 2 shooting guards, they're allowing 24.7 points per game and 6.6 rebounds per game. So feeling good about that. Obviously, that's to any given shooting guard. He's not like getting crazy. He's not going to get like the crazy minutes, but still averaging about 30. I know we've got Murray back and stuff, and the rotation's changing a little bit, but I'm feeling really good about that going over. We hop over to Daily Grind. Let's see. All right. So yeah, they've got this at a 52, just under 53% chance of going over. And with what we learned today about, we got like some direct one-on-one training on how to like understand their tools better. And it's been awesome. And from what I learned about how they calculate their odds, my favorite odds are actually going to be the DG odds from now on, because it's like basically the average between all of the odds makers. Some are juicing it more than others depending on what kind of bets are being placed directly through those apps. So I feel like when you have a direct average, I feel better about just looking and seeing what DG is showing us here. And they get it at a minus 132. I'm feeling good about that with almost a 53% chance of hitting. So yeah, we're going to be taking KCP for over 10.5 points and rebounds. Loving that play. And then my next play is going to be a rebounds prop. And I'm going to be taking Mikal Bridges for over 4.5 rebounds. Another play that I'm loving. I know it looks like he hasn't done this that much in the last 5 games, but he's actually, those lower games are kind of outliers for him. So we're going to be taking that for more. If we hop over, oh yeah, so we already covered that same game. So 230 over under with the Nuggets favored by 4. If we take a look at what he's been doing over his last 10 games, close this pop out. He's averaging, just under 35 minutes a game and 4.3 rebounds per game. And that's just because he's had a couple random games where he's went for like 1 or 0. So it's shot his average down, but I feel like his average is closer to like, mid 5s, maybe almost 6 a game sometimes. And if we take a look at the matchup, Denver to small forwards is allowing 6.6 rebounds per game. So if he can just kind of like hit his average against their average, we're good there. And you can see he's actually gone over this 6 out of his last 10 games. Like I was saying, that 5-game stretch is not really a good representation. Other than those 5, like he's hit it just about every time except for 1. So yeah, those are the 2 that I'm going to be rolling with. Let me just jump over to DG actually real quick. This is the top play on DG right now. It wasn't earlier, but I think that it's gotten juiced even more. It's got just under a 54% chance to go over on the odds to hit indicator. And DG also has this at a minus 137. So I'm feeling good about this play. And you guys are going to want to jump on this quick if you're planning on playing these tonight. And same with Jordy's, because they're juiced picks and they're going to get bumped quick. So what do you got for us, Jordy?
Yeah, so to get me started here, I'm going to be going with the rebounds prop also in that same game. I'm going to take Spencer Dinwiddie for over 3.5 rebounds. This is a really good line. It's going to get bumped to 4, I'm telling you. So obviously we're trying to get this video out quick enough for you guys to grab this. But if this does get bumped or something, look for his points and rebounds at 17.5. Obviously it's not juiced for 18.5, but it is 17.5 right now on Prize Picks. But I like this rebounds prop more because he's actually been doing this a lot. You can see over his last 5 games, he's gone over it 4 out of 5. He had that one little game against New York, but they're very tough. I'm going to go to Outlier as well here and look at the point guard matchup. You can see they're ranked 16 against point guards when it comes to rebounds. They're giving up 6.2 rebounds per game to point guards. So that's a pretty good matchup. You can see he's gone over this 6 out of 10 games. He's just missed it in a couple. So I like this one to go over. If you look at DG over here, it's a minus 136 with them, but you can see some people have it juiced up to minus 140 and stuff like that. So, I like this play a lot. I think it's pretty safe in my opinion. So I'm going to be definitely rolling this one. And then for my next play here, I'm going to be going to an assist prop, and I like Tyrese Maxey to go over 6.5 assists in this game against Toronto. He's been doing this pretty regularly anyway, and he does it pretty well when against certain matchups. And if we look at this matchup here, he's gone over it 6 out of 10 games, and Toronto's giving up 9.5 assists to point guards. They're ranked 27th in the NBA for that. So a lot of value in this pick here. I like this one a lot to go over. 6.5 is pretty low. It's probably going to get bumped to 7. But if we look at DG over here, they've got this at a minus 130 with a 52.4% chance to go over, and everyone else has it kind of at the same level, which is a good sign that they're all kind of agreeing on that. So I like him to go over this. And if we look at what he's been doing over his last 10 games, he's averaging 6.4 assists per game over the last 10, and he's really ramped this up pretty hard over the last couple games. So in this kind of a matchup, where if we look at the over-under on this game, let's see here. We've got an over-under of, I'm not seeing it. There it is. 228 with an 8-point favorite to the Sixers. I can promise you the Sixers are not going to blow out the Raptors. If they do, I'd be very surprised. I do think they'll win the game, but I don't see them getting into blowout potential and us missing on this because Maxey gets sat. Even when they're blowing people out, Maxey is always playing the game, flopping his little tiny dreads around. So, I think he's going to be pretty active in this matchup, and I like him to go over this, and that's the 2 I've got.
Yeah, guys. So this is the 4 we're working with. We're going to be trying to sort of evolve, especially the first look show, and try to make it a little bit faster. We love hanging with you guys, and we love just kind of having fun and kicking back. But with the way these lines have been changing, and honestly, it's because of our partnership with the DG fantasy tools. Yep. The daily grind is helping us find plays that are so ready to go over that that's why you may have noticed a trend with some of our videos. Ever since we've gotten used to using this tool, it's helping us find plays that get removed in a hurry. So
can I chime in on one little thing?
Yeah, go for it.
This is the reason you guys need to be in our Discord, because our Discord, we post these picks before we even get the video finished or even start in there recording.
Already,
yeah. So it's one of those things where it is helpful if you guys really like some of these, because there's sometimes where we drop a whole 4 set of picks and then they're gone by the time we start the video. Sometimes we'll lose 3 picks that are so good, and then we're like, oh man, and then a lot of them are hitting. So that's a good reason to follow our Discord. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've restructured everything. It's less than 50 cents a day to be a part of that, and we've got 2 other analysts in there. who are also using the DG tools and constantly finding killer plays. And so around the clock, there's plays being posted. But we do have situations where our Discord members got to take advantage of plays that we have to pivot off of for the video because they're gone by the time we air. But anyways, guys, I think that's enough about that. We'll hurry up and get this done so we can get these out to you. But guys, have a great Flex Friday. I just saw the Merry Pixmas promo is a $50 protected play. So let's have some fun on Friday, dude. I'm ready. Like, let's get it done. But guys, have a great one. And oh, and I almost forgot to mention, we're talking about DG so much. If you're interested in actually checking out the Daily Grind Fantasy tool, they've got several, and I got to tell you, the correlation tool is killer for CSGO. It's killer for football, especially. Jordy and I made several different picks with the correlation tool tonight, and they all went 5 for 6 or 5 out of 6. So, and we just missed on hitting a couple 6-mans. Yeah. And you know, but it's just like, dude, I'm so excited for what the future is going to hold with that tool. And we also have the DFS optimizer. It's just a lot of awesome tools that pretty much pay for themselves over time. So if you're interested in checking that out, there's a link in the description of the video, and they're hooking all of our viewers up with 25% off on any of the tools you get. So if you're interested in that, the code is backdoor, one word. If you put that in at checkout, they will give you 25% off. So that's going to do it, guys. Thanks again, and we will catch you in tomorrow's daily show.
Good luck, guys.